Channel 5 anchor, yeah, with Dave McElhatton.
Dave McElhatton, I saw him coming out of Miss Brown's feed bag, which, by the way, is a restaurant, not a house of prostitution. It's better than going to the cemetery.
Oh, no, we do those at the cemetery.
Oh, yeah. That's even better.
You literally go to the tombstone, and we used to light them off there.
That's great.
Like I said, I didn't go to Chinese school for that long. Maybe 2 years at the most.
Yeah.
Before my mom's like, yeah, you do suck.
Welcome to Hella Foggy, a podcast about the Bay Area.
He's Greg, and I'm Wayne.
We're two Bay Area natives from both sides of the bay.
Our podcast gets a little ranty.
A little sentimental.
Sometimes informative.
But mostly pointless.
Basically, it's just us trying to make sense of this weird place we love and call home.
So light off some Chinese New Year firecrackers.
And enjoy Hella Foggy.
Hi, Wayne.
Hey, Greg.
Hey.
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm excited because it's Valentine's Day and I'm in love with love.
Oh, boy. I'm kind of excited to hear and a little scared to hear why. But tell me why you're excited.
Because it's Valentine's Day. But anyways, it's Valentine's Day. I'm not that excited because I don't have a Valentine, Wayne.
Oh.
It's also a big week for holidays in general.
It is kind of crazy. It's like this confluence. Is that the right word?
That's a great word for what it is.
Of a lot of holidays, real and made up.
Yeah, so we got Valentine's Day.
Right, check.
Which is about love.
Yep.
And Saint Valentine's. I don't know what Saint Valentine... It doesn't seem like saints really hook up with people, so I don't know what that's about. But it's also, Wayne...
President's Day.
It's also Mardi Gras, although I don't know that the Bay Area really has a Mardi Gras tradition per se.
I don't think it does, but
there's French restaurants for sure. There's actually a great Cajun restaurant in Benicia.
Okay.
But it's a special kind of New Year, Wayne.
Oh yeah? No, I know that one well. It's Chinese New Year.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I know.
By the time this comes out, it will have started.
Right.
So happy Chinese New Year, or as they call it now, Lunar New Year.
Right.
I guess it does make sense.
Yeah.
It's so scientific now, like lunar.
Just because it says lunar doesn't mean it's scientifically.
Sure it is. It's all about the moon cycles. Because that's what the calendar is based off of.
And technically, it's really a solar/lunar cycle. It's not purely a lunar cycle. We just say lunar because it's shorter. I found that out recently.
Oh, okay.
It's not a true lunar calendar.
See, so scientific.
So stop saying that crap.
It's scientific. It's like...
Stop it.
It's like something blah, 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 a logist would make that claim.
Yes. And it's also, when we talk about the lunar calendar or the Lunar New Year, there's other traditions that celebrate it that aren't Chinese, like Vietnamese and Korean and Tibet and Mongolia. Japan used to, but they don't anymore. Yeah.
Cool.
I guess in San Francisco, Chinese New Year is the OG boss.
The celebrations obviously have happened ever since the Chinese immigrants came here in the 1800s.
Right.
But, the big culmination of the celebrations, it's usually about 2 weeks that we're celebrating. Yeah.
That's long.
Let me tell you about that. So
tell me about that. Would you tell me about that?
This is the thing that you learn after you've gotten married and moved away. Your mom wants you to come back for New Year's. Okay. She wants you to come over on New Year's Eve, which is actually going to be, I think, Monday.
Yeah.
She also wants you there for New Year's Day.
Jeez.
Which is Tuesday.
Stop crowding me, Mom.
And in the past, she's also celebrated the first day of the new year, which is like, pick a day, Mom, right? So 3 days.
Yeah.
And then during those 2 weeks, you're celebrating as well as, doing activities around the New Year's event. It's cool. I love it. Got to see a lot of family when I was a kid. And the big thing as a kid, when you're experiencing New Year's, there's two things. One, for Chinese New Year, at least, I don't know about the other Lunar New Year celebrations.
Your Tet. Your whatever the Korean one is. We don't know.
Yeah. But we do get red envelopes, which means you get money.
Nice.
It's a little gift from usually a married elder
Mm.
giving it to children or siblings that are younger,
Yeah.
usually that are not married, or parents giving it to their children. So, and aunts and uncles, obviously, but
And that's
cash money, buddy.
Is it like a Fivsky? What do you get typically?
Well, it's gotten higher and higher as the years have gone by. The fun part was counting the money at the end of the night. Yeah, it's
I like that holiday.
it's a very lucrative holiday if you have a big family.
And then what's the deal with the parade?
Yeah, the parade, right? I think it started in the 50s in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And it's grown to be, I think, the largest parade in either in San Francisco or in all the Chinatowns.
Yeah.
But it's an event, right? You know, like Channel 2 will always sponsor it and broadcast it.
Mhm.
And rain or shine, right? And a lot of times local schools and actually people from all over the country come to this parade and participate.
Nice.
And, you know, big sponsors like Southwest Airlines will have something, and the banks, you know, stuff like that.
And then you got them crazy dragon dancing people, which I love.
Yeah, the longest dragon costume or whatever in the world, I think.
And of course, there's the gray area fireworks, Wayne.
Oh God. You want to tell the story?
Yeah, well, let's talk about Greg's racism.
So I've known Greg for quite a while now. I think we met in 1998 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And
So 30 years.
Let's just say 30 years. We've known each other for about 30 years now.
Yeah.
You know, he and I were put on a project together, and I didn't really know Greg too well yet. You know, we'd just met a couple weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there, you know, at my computer, and, you know, we're just talking about our project and how to approach it. And out of the blue, he goes, "Wayne, do you know where I can get some fireworks?" And I looked at him, and I'm like, "What about me told you I am a resource for fireworks?" And so for the last 30 years, I've been giving him grief about the most racist, assuming, presumptuous comments. And
It was extraordinary. And I think coming out of my mouth, I already knew that I had done something really stupid.
But it's been our little inside joke that we go to every single time something stupid happens. We'll recall the fireworks remark.
Right. But also fireworks, for very good reason, are illegal in California, besides under very specific circumstances. When I lived in Michigan, you could buy fireworks anywhere. Especially right around 4th of July, they were literally everywhere. And that was interesting to me because as a kid growing up, we were always told, like, you guys, it gets so dry here in the summer, especially where I grew up. It was very...
Oh, in the hills, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And there was usually a couple of good grass fires every year. And so it's like fireworks were like... It was beaten into us that fireworks, in the context of California, is a bad thing because it burns houses down.
Yeah,
not in a very real way. It could really screw up a lot of stuff. So there was always the taint of forbidden pleasure when it came to fireworks.
But the fireworks, I mean, those booths were all over the place when we were younger, right? It's like,
I guess
outside of Safeway, there'd be like a booth,
right?
I think nowadays, on this side of the bay at least, I think the only city that allows it is San Bruno.
Yeah.
But yeah, about fireworks in the Chinese culture, though, it's very much a thing. Not so much fireworks, but more so like the firecrackers, right?
Yeah.
The big red brick of firecrackers. I mean, I grew up, like, I would go to my grandmother's house, and not to validate Greg's assumption, but yes.
But yes, it's true.
Like, there would be a brick of firecrackers in my grandmother's drawer.
Yeah.
Because, you know, during these celebrations, whether it be Chinese New Year or twice a year, we pay some respect to our ancestors by lighting off some firecrackers as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Maybe it's like, hey, Remember
It's
us?
better than going to the cemetery.
Oh, no, we do those at the cemetery.
Oh yeah, that's even better.
You literally go to the tombstone, and we used to light them off there.
That's great.
And, the entire place would be just covered in these,
Mhm.
because they're red, right? And they'd just be all like these little red pieces of firecracker bits all over the place.
And the red is a really good red color. Like it's like deep.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
like scarlet red.
So
Yeah.
I remember my favorite memory of going to the parade
Mhm.
was I was in my early 20s and I was with my then girlfriend and her parents. And her dad was this very nice, very unassuming CPA. And he'd joke around and stuff, but he was not like, he was a very chill, mellow guy. But we went to the parade and someone was lighting off a huge string of firecrackers, like huge, like many feet long.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden, he just takes off running. And there was something about the fireworks that drove him mad. And he had to run to the fireworks to see them. And
Oh wow.
like bumping people. It was very odd.
He wasn't like experiencing PTSD, like he was a World War II vet or something.
No, he was running towards the violence.
Wow.
Like it was if there was the running of the bulls, he would be running at the bulls. And it was just so out of character for him, but it made me like him more because it was so crazy. I don't know. So that's
I take it that you're no longer with that girlfriend.
no, that was a long time ago. To get Are you teasing me because of Valentine's and I don't have a Valentine this year? Getting back at me about the fireworks comment
Fireworks.
30 years after the fact.
Hey, before we get into too much, I want to do a quick take back
Ugh.
from the last episode.
Ugh.
I think we had mentioned Mavericks,
Yeah.
the surfing competition,
Yeah.
really quickly. It's not in Santa Cruz. It used to be here in Half Moon Bay.
No.
It stopped being in person, I guess, in 2016. I'm not a surfer. I don't know if you are a surfer.
What do you mean? It's not in person. People are in their bathtubs at home? What does that mean?
I read some stuff. I think they encourage surfers to, find a very challenging place to surf, and they videotape it and submit those performances.
That's just lazy at this point. Come on.
Why still call it Mavericks then?
Come on.
Just don't even have the tournament.
Well, especially everything's dumb now. They should have fireworks then, at least at the in-person thing.
We should propose that. I know how to get some.
Oh, okay. See?
30 years, and then he finally admits he knows where to get some.
I knew it this whole time. But we have other things. According to Wayne's research, the voice of movie phone, which we mentioned, was Russ Leatherman.
I like it as a Leatherman versus Leatherman.
Russ Leatherman.
I'm a Leatherman.
3 Men and a Baby, 7:30, rated PG.
Oh boy!
So that was our movie phone thing.
Yeah, and it was national. It wasn't just a regional thing. And he was, I think, a co-founder of it.
Russ Leatherman.
But he also was a voice actor as well. But the actual movie phone itself, the 777 film, is no longer available. I think it ended in 2014, which is amazing to me that it lasted to 2014.
That is pretty amazing.
The internet was in full bloom by then.
No, it was even like boring at that point. The great irony being they were bought by AOL, which maybe suggests why AOL isn't a player anymore in the online space, because they thought it'd be good to invest in a phone service.
So yeah, there's that. In local news this week, something happened, which was really interesting and made me remember something that happened a while back.
What's that?
There was a story in the SF Gate about whales entering the bay.
Oh.
And I think you and I had talked about this event that had happened, I guess it's 40 years ago now, back in like 1985 or 86 or something.
Are you talking about Humphrey the whale?
Humphrey the whale, the humpback whale,
Yeah.
got stuck in the San Francisco Bay, and then it went up towards like Sacramento, right?
Yeah, it started like trying to swim to Sacramento in the river.
Yeah.
Stupid whale. Stupid Humphrey. No, but people were going bananas for that dumb Humphrey, and you could buy like stuffed animals and crap and
storybooks. I think Wendy Dakuda wrote a book or something.
Wendy Dakuda being, of course, Channel 5's?
Yes, Channel 5 anchor, yeah, with Dave McElhatton.
Dave McElhatton, I saw him coming out of Miss Brown's Feed Bag, which, by the way, is a restaurant, not a house of prostitution. But yeah, I used to go to a therapist. There's a place called Pill Hill where all the therapists were. And then the diner there was called Miss Brown's Feed Bag. And Dave McElhatton would eat dinner there sometimes, I guess, before he went into work.
That's awesome.
And then we used to work across the street from Dave McElhatton. Yeah,
near Broadway, because I think Channel 5 was on Broadway and like Sansom or Battery, maybe.
Something like that. Those were the days.
Oh, God, the one that I remember. The best little place that we used to just kind of walk and clear our mind.
Yeah.
Bus fans. Bus fans were bargains.
Yeah, it was weird, cheap furniture.
Yeah.
But they had weird stuff.
Yeah, but raw wood looking stuff too, right? It's like...
Right. But occasionally there'd be like weird sculptures that were painted paper mache, like bizarre things. Or like calliopes. Like they just were picking up whatever. And I have it's not interesting. I'll take that back. It's not that interesting. But there is a place in Detroit where I live called Art Vans. And it's the same concept as bus vans, which is interesting because the van thing, Wayne.
Yeah, what is the van rationale? What does the word origin mean for furniture?
Come down with your van and load up with futons.
Oh. Top
of the hill, Daly City. Get a bike.
Bring your van, though.
Yeah, bring your van for furniture and bike.
Because this hill is steep.
I don't think Art Van wasn't on a hill, though. Or bus van.
Oh.
Bus Fans for Bargain wasn't bus on.
Yeah, because there were two of them. Right? The one that we worked by near the ad ghetto.
Yeah.
And then the one on Clement.
Yeah, and there was a place called Z Gallery. Do you remember that place?
Oh, the chain? Yeah.
And they had like early 90s, late 80s kind of that aesthetic with like couches that were like made of cowhide and then like leather lamps. I don't know.
But they would also have like art prints.
Yeah.
And then they had plates and bowls and...
Yeah, if you needed to build out a porn set really quickly, you could go to Z Gallery and they'd have all the...
It was like the 80s and 90s version of Crate and Barrel.
Yeah, but not good. I'm not even saying Crate and Barrel is amazing, but less good than Crate and Barrel.
I'm embarrassed now.
Why?
Because I think we have some bowls from Z Gallery.
Well, bowls are fine. Bowls are a commodity. When you're buying a chrome couch made of cowhide, that's different. And I know you have a couple of those, but we don't have to talk about it here, Wayne.
I'm not going to admit it now. Jeez.
Yeah.
So they used to be kind of all over the place for a while.
What, Z Gallery?
Yeah, there was one on 4th in Berkeley for a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think the last time I saw one, I was in Scottsdale, actually. And for some, I was like, oh my God, a Z Gallery. I was like, I got to go check this out.
Oh, so it was, I didn't realize it extended beyond the Bay Area.
Like every old person that has arthritis, they move down to the desert.
Oh, and then also this then we're going into a deep side gully. Is Tommy Wiseau, the guy who directed The Room, which is considered a very bad movie. Are you familiar with this film, Wayne?
I'm not. Tell me.
So it's this guy. So there's this guy, Tommy Wiseau, who like 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was called like the American Blue Jean Company or something. And I want to say it was
Mm-hmm.
down by Fisherman's Wharf, and it was a place where you could just buy Levi's. And he became very rich selling Levi's, and he's like from Bulgaria or something. And then so he made all this money, and he decided he wanted to make a movie. And he made this awful movie called The Room. And it's a horrible film shot in a way that was very ambitious.
Was it shot here?
Yeah, it was shot in San Francisco, takes place in San Francisco. And like he made weird choices, like he didn't rent cameras, he bought them.
Oh boy.
So, and then he shot on digital and film at the same time because he couldn't make up his mind.
I think a lot of people did that early on before the technology got a little more accepted.
Well, but also people would rent the $100,000 cameras and not buy them
either.
So I don't know.
He looks like Gene Simmons, kind of.
A much more wiry and less well-fed Gene Simmons.
Okay.
So that's Tommy Wiseau. That's our The Room content for the series. So
that might be the end of that. Might have to check it out.
It's good. It's good that we're going to move on from that because I was hanging over my head.
Finally got to say it.
Yeah.
Well, to piggyback off the Valentine's thing.
Yeah.
What do you love to do in the Bay Area, or what do you think are very aesthetically pretty or beautiful things about the Bay Area?
Like if I were to take a chick someplace.
Yes.
And
not the New Year's parade. What else would you do?
No, that would be a fun date. But or you don't have to bring a romantic companion to enjoy beautiful spots.
No, not at all.
And the Bay Area has plenty of beautiful spots, obviously. Like there, for example, I recently lived for a bit in a town called Benicia.
Mm-hmm.
And Benicia is this pokey little town on a body of water that's between San Pablo Bay and San Francisco Bay. And It has a pier that goes out on the water. And it's so pretty there. I had no idea. Benicia is actually a really cute town. And if you're in that part of the world over by Vallejo and Martinez, go to Benicia. I mentioned there's a great Cajun restaurant where you can get good po' boys. And it's just this beautiful, very tranquil place that has a small town feel and has a pier where people go fishing at night. And the sun sets, the lights dance across the water, Wade.
That's beautiful.
They dance across the water like a speckled, jeweled thing.
Do you miss it?
Do I don't pine for it, if that's what you mean. I don't like, Benicia. But, I'll go back.
Them's were the days.
3 months ago. Them's were the days. What about you? Where's your go-to play? Because I know you're a romantic devil, so you got to have some good ones.
And we talked about the Golden Gate Bridge the other day, and sort of I would say one of the most iconic, beautiful views of the bridge is from Marin, right when you get out of the
Robin Williams tunnel.
The Robin Williams tunnel. Yeah. And you make that turn, and whether it's foggy or sunny, I mean, that first tower of the bridge just hits you in the face. Like, it's so majestic and it's gorgeous. And, there's a lot of people that pull over. I think there's like a viewing area. Yeah. And I think that's probably one of the most beautiful shots of San Francisco.
It's funny because I just drove that way like a couple nights ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it's easy to get cynical about everything in the world. But it's so, what I love about the Golden Gate Bridge is they paid attention to aesthetics beyond just functionality. And it is truly a beautiful bridge.
Yeah.
And I'm not somebody who's going to wax poetic about infrastructure very often. But this was designed with a design philosophy instead of just say the Bay Bridge.
Yeah. Functionality. Yeah. The cantilever portion of the Bay Bridge was very functional, right?
Very grim.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Golden Gate Bridge is an object of beauty, and we should be proud of it.
There's a lot of places in the city, like Golden Gate Park has some really beautiful areas that you can, lay out in and just absorb the beauty of the park itself.
Yeah.
There's some really amazing places to go hiking in.
Wait, well, hold on. You said you're going places and laying out, Wayne?
Yeah, like if you get a little picnic blanket.
So are you in a Speedo? What are you doing?
Lay down, lay out. Maybe not in like a onesie.
In a onesie? It's getting weirder. You wear a onesie while you're laying out?
In a brief.
What, like a Lilo and Stitch onesie?
Oh, I think there's that. I've gone hiking in like Muir Woods up in Marin.
Yeah.
That's always been really pretty. I think I did a hike on the Dipsy Trail or Dipsy Stairs.
Yeah.
One time, and like once you get past the stairs and sort of go over the hill, it sort of just opens up and you can see the ocean. It's pretty awesome.
And they have a messed up race called the Dipsy Challenge.
That is insane. I don't know.
And
I think we used to work with somebody that did that, I think. So
yeah, that sounds familiar. But the thing is it's not, I don't think it's even like a properly accredited race. I think it's just a tradition. And it's a series of insane steps that are very, very steep. And then it sort of moves into more traditional trails, but they ain't friendly.
No.
And so they've been doing this Dipsy Challenge since, I want to say, like the early 1900s, where people used to run in like wool suits.
Wool onesies.
Yeah, wool onesies. I'm a sucker for hills. I'll be honest. I like a good hill in terms of views. Mm-hmm. I got one for you. I got one. Where the big television tower is on top of the hill. What is that called?
Sutro Tower?
Yeah, the Sutro Tower. Really pretty up there. So that area is up above, that's Twin Peaks, right? Or near Twin Peaks. And so it's this part of the city where it's really approaching mountain size, I'd say. Mm-hmm. And they're very pointy peaks. But there's a park up there that's like very wild. And you drive through and there's like this stretch of road where you feel like you're in a mountain village. You feel like you're disconnected completely from the rest of the city. And there's a grocery store deli up there that I think has cult status. And I wish I had more information about this because I'm really reaching back into my mind past a date where I asked Wayne about fireworks to try to remember this. But that's a beautiful part of the world. And so there you go.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
But what about just beautiful build? Oh, what about the Palace of Fine Arts, Wayne?
The Palace of Fine Arts. That's another one. My God, that's where the old Exploratorium used to be.
Yeah.
Right. So every couple of years, you would go there for a field trip or whatever. But that was always cool to go see. And obviously there's a nice little pond there and
the big dome.
Yeah, I forget which year, but it was all built for the World's Fair.
The Pan-Pacific Exhibition.
Oh, it's not the World's Fair?
No. It was the Pan-Pacific Exhibition. It was, I used to know a lot about this, but it was, the focus of this, it was the turn of the 20th century, like I want to say 1913. Mm-hmm. And the focus was on countries of our hemisphere, so like Latin America and Canada and the United States. And maybe the name suggests that some Pacific, so maybe there was a Japanese exhibition or something.
Sure.
So they built this kind of Beaux Arts classical thing. It's cement and concrete. They made a fake patina for it, so it looks very antique and it's beautiful. It's a really extraordinary place. And it used to be the home of, you mentioned, Wayne, the Exploratorium, which was one of the first actual fun kids science museums, very hands-on in the country. And it was actually very influential in inspiring later children's science museums. We should be proud of that. And it's not there anymore. Now it's down near Pier 39.
Yeah, it's on the Embarcadero now.
Yeah.
But I've never been to the new one.
It's cool.
I took my kids to the original one
Yeah.
But when the new one came up, I think they went on field trips on their own with school. So
Yeah.
I didn't have to go. But I heard it's amazing.
I have to say, what I loved about going to the Exploratorium when I was a little kid was it was in this massive, what felt like a huge building.
It probably was, right?
But it felt massive.
Yeah, it was endless, right? My favorite thing there was the cone or the canonical sound thing, or not canonical, the spherical.
Oh, where you could talk to someone from across the room?
Yeah, from like a mile away inside that warehouse, you could go on one side and essentially whisper to the other person.
Yeah. And
right.
They used a parabolic.
That's the word, parabolic, not
Wayne.
Canonical.
Really took us off track there when you didn't say parabolic, because I think people were confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about your timeline that's not working?
So they had this but it was full of these weird things that were very hands-on, and if you wanted to, you could read the plaque and understand the scientific principle behind it, but it was mostly fun just to play with it, right? Yeah. And so the space, I want to say, was like a football field and a half.
Yeah.
And really, the ceilings were probably 2 stories up, and it was a dark space lit by shafts of sunlight. So it was already atmospheric. And then within the space, because it was so big, they built buildings. And so you could go and look at different hands-on things. Yeah, yeah. It was great. I loved it. It was one of my favorite places.
God, remember the poster of David Letterman that I used to have at the office?
Yeah. What even was that?
I guess it was in the 90s. He did a week in San Francisco, and he actually did it at the Palace of Fine Arts, where in their auditorium. And that was just, the CBS promotion that was like saying, "Hey, Dave's in town." And so, but it was a cool little poster. It was a bus shelter poster that I had because I used to work for the company that did all the bus shelters in the Bay Area.
Do you still have the poster?
I do. It's rolled up in my garage somewhere.
That's awesome.
I should put that on my garage just to freak people out.
But I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, we put it on the window right next to the door.
Yeah.
Very cool. Also, I went to the Addies there. The SF Addies were there in, I think, 1996.
I think I went to that.
Were you there?
I think so. So Addies are the
local advertising awards.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I also went to there's the Masonic Center, and I went to the Addies there over by SF State and Sigmund Stern Grove in that area of the world.
Oh, yeah. There was the other one, the one off of the California.
The California.
Also, one of the Addies was at the Masonic.
Yeah.
The Masonic, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, well, not the one on 19th. But the one on California.
Oh, the one up on like
on the hill.
Nob Hill, I think.
No, sorry, Nob Hill. I don't know the names of the hills.
Oh, that's weird because they look very similar, those two Masonic temples. Let's be Freemasons and make the podcast about going to Freemason halls. We're switching. We're gonna go hella Masonic instead of hella Foggy.
My uncle was a Shriners.
Really? Did he wear a little hat and everything?
Yeah. He had the little fez hat. Yeah. But I remember every year there would be some sort of either fundraiser or an event that the Shriners would throw.
Yeah.
And they would sell tickets to go to Great America.
Oh.
Used to always look forward to that.
Yeah. So they would raise money for like multiple sclerosis or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For kids. Yep. But yeah, by his memorial where his urn is, he has I believe it's his ring.
Oh.
Or something. Yeah, his little Shriner's ring.
And then, so where is he? Is he living in Colma these days?
He's living in Colma with my aunt. My dad is a neighbor.
So Colma is a town south of San Francisco where all the cemeteries are.
Yeah.
Of every possible variety. There's pet cemeteries there. Just miles and miles of cemeteries. If you're up for being a dead person in San Francisco, you're going to probably, unless you go to the Columbarium over by Golden Gate Park, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool building of I guess all urns, but no, there's Colma is where you go when you die. Essentially.
Yeah. But the beginning of Colma was because San Francisco had moved all their graves down south out of the city. I think there's probably a few graveyards left in San Francisco.
Well, the Presidio has a giant.
Oh, the military one, yeah.
Yeah.
But then for the public, they moved everything down to Colma. Early 1900s they started. So
how would you like that job? Being the guy who...
It's a job, buddy. It's a job.
I heard Bob's got that job shifting the dead down to Colma. Good work if you can get it.
Yeah. That'd be rough. Good for the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, did they just put them on trucks, or was there like a...
I think they put them in cannons. They just shot him.
It's like a little to the left. Hey, next one, a little higher, buddy.
And I wonder if there was a big celebration, like they had a parade of just trucks filled with corpses.
Yeah.
And then the people lined the street. I think I'm going to write a children's book. The day they shifted the dead. And it's with Humphrey the Humpback Whales in it. So the denomination I grew up in, Russian Orthodox Christian, as Orthodox Jews, but I'm Orthodox Christian. Big fans of the dead, and I don't mean the Grateful Dead.
Oh yeah.
So there's all sorts of reasons to go to the cemetery, and so I went to the cemetery a lot as a kid. I like cemeteries. I like going to look at tombstones. They're bizarre.
Yeah.
And some are very sad. And then it being a Russian Orthodox cemetery, there was all these tombstones that would be in Russian. Some were in Georgian. So those are crazy letters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's fun looking at stuff. And sad.
I mean, similarly, right? I mean, you have the ones in the Chinese cemeteries in Colma as well.
Yeah.
And they would have all the different characters as well.
Yeah.
Talk about crazy languages, right? But yeah, I mean, I used to love going there as well. Like we would go there twice a year, like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I think these usually fall within like the equinoxes, right?
Okay.
Like in the spring and then the fall.
Yeah.
We would have to go.
That's cool.
And it is kind of cool. Like you start wondering like why during those times of year, right?
Yeah.
It was always during like time changes, because time changes also happen around the equinoxes.
Mm-hmm.
Always remember either having to wake up really early because of the time change or take advantage of the extra hour. But it would always be a race to get there for all my family because we didn't want to be last.
No. Plus parking.
Parking was insane.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of have really great memories of going there. And obviously early on in my childhood, I think we only had like one relative to visit. I think my great grandfather. Yeah. And then, you know, as the years progressed, you would have more.
And Colma is cold as hell.
Like Northern Peninsula is foggy and cold, right? And so it would never be warm enough by the time we would get there.
And here's the thing is like, so as I mentioned, the Russian Orthodox are gaga for the corpses. And so there is, especially around Lent, like this time of year, there's all sorts of the Sunday after Easter, you're supposed to go to the cemetery. And then you bring Easter eggs and you can put them on the grave, I guess, because the dead need protein, Wayne.
Yeah. Eggs are full of protein.
And then you can, if you're hardcore, have a picnic on top of the tomb. So we never did that because my family never did that because it seemed crazy.
Yeah.
But then people would do it, but it would be dreary as heck.
You know, there's a lot of similarities in the way that we had approached it. My grandmother would bring a lot of food and we would eat some of it as well. Yeah. Not with all the firecracker remnants on it, but we would eat it as well. Like it would be sort of a picnic, kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would finish up and then we'd go to have dim sum or something.
It's interesting, though, because the Russian thing, at least San Francisco Russians, there is a lot of overlap with Chinese traditions. I think because a lot of Russians came through Shanghai.
Oh, interesting.
So where I went to church, there was it was a hardcore Chinese place. Like, not P.F. Chang's. It was like legit scary Chinese food. And so after funerals, we'd always go there. And then we'd get a round banquet table.
Yeah, with the lazy Susan in the middle.
So my cousin in particular was a fan of the sort of cuisine that wouldn't show up in, like I said, like P.F. Chang's.
Yeah.
Unusual, like for my 10-year-old palate. Like, I would probably enjoy it now, but I think at the time I was very intimidated by it.
Yeah. So when you went to like Russian church, right? Did you have to like learn how to speak Russian? Like, did you have to go to like Russian school or something?
Yeah.
Not for math, but for like the language.
That's why I don't know math, because I was taught in Russian. Yeah, so they would have there was a Russian school. So I'd go every Saturday, go to this Russian school, and they would teach religion classes and then teach grammar. I didn't know what was going on because I didn't speak Russian, which was the irony of Russian school. But then we'd learn how to sing hymns, and it was awful. It was so boring and awful. And the thing is being from the suburbs and having a dad who was Amerikansky made it so, like, me and my siblings, we weren't of that culture. Yeah. So we were like the weird American kids.
Like really detached, right?
Yeah. And so a lot of the kids that were in that school grew up in the neighborhood where the church was, where there was a lot of Russian kids, but also they were probably not super comfortable at public schools. And so we were like these Americans from the suburbs. So I don't know. It was a really terrible experience.
Did you do it for a very long time?
When I was little, we did it. And then I hated it because you couldn't watch Saturday morning cartoons.
Oh, God. It was on Saturday?
Yeah, it was on Saturday. And we didn't live in it. It was a 40-minute drive. And so I started insisting I want to play soccer. I had no interest in sports, but I wanted to play soccer to get out of Russian school. It's terrible. Terrible.
Oh, geez.
Did you go to Chinese school?
I did for just a little bit. Like, my mom had found one nearby that I think somebody at our elementary school was like, hey, yeah, we're going to, send our kids to Chinese school. And back then it was like just a handful of us in the elementary school that I went to. And so you just kind of knew all the Chinese kids. Yeah. And then, I went for probably a year before I begged my mom, I can't do it. I'm going to focus on something else. Like similar to you, right? Where it's like, find soccer. I didn't find soccer, but she also had me playing piano. And I was like, oh, I need to focus on piano.
Yeah.
And of course I didn't either. Like, it's like, for me, I was, trying to finish my Chinese homework like the day before and, failing miserably at that.
Right.
And then also the same thing with piano lessons. I would practice, literally the half hour before going into my lesson.
Right.
My teacher obviously was like, probably, I can tell you didn't practice. I can tell you suck at this, but I'll take your money. Yeah. And so continued on with that for quite a while.
So in Chinese school, would you learn cultural stuff? Would you learn language stuff? What would you do?
I think it's being able to talk, being able to read the characters. And then, obviously with Chinese New Year's every year, like they would have those sort of cultural moments being taught.
How did you have to do little shows and stuff? Because we did.
And it's funny, we did that at our elementary school, like in the normal school. Like it'd be International Day or something. And here I am, with my little outfit.
Oh, Wayne. I want to see that picture. Selling fireworks on the playground.
Like I said, I didn't go to Chinese school for that long. Maybe 2 years at the most.
Yeah.
Before my mom's like, yeah, you do suck. Or she was just so frustrated trying to convince me to do my studies. She was a good mom.
She sounds like a lovely woman. But I just had a weird memory just now
Oh, yeah.
about the most San Francisco thing that I ever experienced growing up. So my mom's family lived in Japan during World War II. So they were refugees from the Soviet Union. So she grew up in Japan. So being a European in Japan during World War II was, of course, very interesting. But so my mom's side of the family picked up Japanese like in a conversational way.
Mm-hmm.
And then so growing up, my grandmother, there was a Japanese Buddhist temple near her house. And so on New Year's, she would go down there. They'd like gossip about the neighborhood in Japanese.
Yeah.
And that's the most San Francisco thing I think anyone could ever experience. Just that Russian immigrants speaking to Japanese monks next door to Cala Foods.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like the idea that all these different cultures and different ethnicities converged in what we call like this. I think San Francisco is probably one of the bigger melting pots.
No, it's wild, and I appreciate. So like where the church was that I went to on Gary Street, that neighborhood was Irish, Russian, Chinese, Vietnamese. And so the food was insane.
Yeah.
It was just like you could get anything you wanted. And it was it was a very residential area. There wasn't anything fancy down there. It was just like this really vivid, vital neighborhood where people walked around and talked to each other. And then some places sold live frogs. It was
that's an episode. We definitely, we've sort of mentioned this maybe just between you and I, but we should just do an episode about the Richmond.
Yeah.
Because it's such an important part of both your upbringing as well as mine.
Yeah.
I had a coworker who recently started listening to our podcast, and she's from the Richmond as well.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, you got to mention Gordo, the burrito place, the taqueria in the Richmond, right?" And I wouldn't say it's like the best burritos in San Francisco.
No, but they're reliable burritos.
They're reliable, and if you're from the Richmond, that's your go-to burrito.
Right.
Yeah. Shout out to Ashley for bringing that up.
Thank you, Ashley. God bless you.
God bless you, Ashley. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, we talked about everything today. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody, and Gung Hei Fa Choi.
Gung Hei Fa Choi. And Happy New Year to those who celebrate.
Yep. Happy Mardi Gras. I don't know if that's really relevant to what we're talking about, but it's Mardi Gras too. So happy to that.
Yeah.
Happy Lent.
Carnival in Brazil. It's huge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. Speaking of love, if you love this podcast, make sure you tell a friend, spread the word.
And of course, we always encourage you to reach out, correct us, tell us we're idiots, tell us we're geniuses.
All of the above.
Just talk to us. We're so lonely. We're so lonely here in the Bay. Leave comments, leave suggestions, leave insights, and we'd appreciate it.
We're so lonely that we don't even do this together.
Right.
we do it separately.
I'm in Napa today. Napa.
Oh, fancy you. Fancy you. Pinky's out. All right, Greg.
All right, Wayne.
Till the next time.
Oh, gosh. Happy
There's more. There's another?
Happy February.
We're still doing this?
Yeah.
Happy February. Happy February.
Yeah.
I can't say it. Forget it. Happy Feb.
Happy Feb.
Talk to you later.
Bet.
We look all professional today. Got your hair combed.
I look professional? I'm in my underpants.
Oh, well. Half professional.
When a dog is licking me.
Yeah, let's end this now.
I guess it stopped chirping, huh?
The dog or your...
Yeah, my underpants.